Okay, Andy, a great victory, very tough, and difficult circumstances as well.
Yeah, it was a strange match, first two sets especially. There was a lot of breaks. I mean, maybe 5 or 6 breaks in the first set, and then in the second set also he was up a break a couple of times, and I mean, he maybe only held serve once in the second set, and normally that's one of the strongest parts of his game. It was very windy on the court, so tough to control the ball. And yeah, tough match. It was very long as well, a lot of long games, so it was tight.
That setting the break down, what were you thinking?
Well, I needed to change the way I was playing a little bit, because I felt like I was hitting the ball pretty well, but maybe trying to do too much. I wasn't using the conditions to my advantage. Sometimes when it's breezy on the court, you need to give yourself a bit more margin. Sometimes play some more topspin and not aim so close to the line, because obviously the wind's going to move the ball a bit. And when I did that, I started to play much better. I was able to dictate more of the rallies, and that was important.
And what about the speed of the court? I know it changes every year, but what about this year?
Well, I mean, with the amount of breaks, you'd suggest that it was fairly slow, but it's high bouncing. I think it's a pretty fair surface. It's been very warm as well, so that helps with the speed. The serve's getting through the court pretty well, but it's not quick, but it's faster than Indian Wells for sure.
And after the disappointment of Indian Wells, nice to book a place in the semi-final.
Yeah, important for me. You don't want to, you don't want to go 2-3 weeks in a row where you're not winning matches, and for me going into the clay court season as well, which is a surface that takes me normally a bit of time to get used to. Important to go in being match tight, so rather than having to get matches under my belt and also get used to the surface, now it should just be getting used to the surface, the conditions of playing on clay, and hopefully have a good run there.
And finally, Ivan being here, has that made a difference this week?
Yeah, I think so. After last week, it was important for me to have someone around with the experience of, I mean, that's happened to him before, where he's lost early in a tournament, and how to bounce back, not to overthink things too much, and just go back to the basics, which is what I did in my first round match. And with each match you build a little bit more confidence, so he's helped for sure.
So just a quick couple of questions on the two semi-final opponents, possibly. Yeah. Rafa Nadal first.
Yeah, Rafa, I always enjoyed playing against him. I've had all of my success against him has been on hard court, so it's a surface that I match up pretty well against him on the hard courts, and he's playing good tennis. He took a break after the Australian Open, but had this good run in Indian Wells and won the doubles there. So he's played a lot of matches, and he's always a tough guy to play.
And Joe Wilfried-Tsonga, an exciting player to play against.
Yeah, Joe's one of the toughest guys to play, because he gives you very little rhythm. He goes for his shots. He's a great athlete, moves very well, and covers the net well, which not that many guys do nowadays. So it's a very different matchup to how most of the tour plays, and that's what makes it tough and challenging to play.